everyone, it's Amanda. Yeah, remember me? I've been gone because I had finals, had to move out of my dorm, and then I attended a camp for 6 weeks. So yes, I've been a little bit busy. But now I'm back and ready to talk about depression. Depression. Now, there are a number of topics that I could discuss under the umbrella of depression, but the one topic I want to focus on today is the issue of comparison. Probably because I've struggled with it a lot in the past, and I know you have too because we're all guilty of comparing ourselves to others. But together, we will triumph over this toxic thought process. Now, it's true that without others, we have no way of gauging how we measure up in this world. By comparing ourselves, we figure out two things: who we are and who we are not. However, comparing yourself isn't always helpful. It can lead to lower self-esteem, potentially damage relationships due to jealousy and or lack of communication, and all of that can make you depressed. We start thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And the worst part about all this is we start believing every negative thought that gets in our head. Now let me tell you something, not every thought that you have is true. That sink in for a little bit, ponder, process. The moment I learned this, my mind was blown. You are gonna have all types of thoughts bubbling in your brain, but it is you. You have the power to decide what you're gonna do with that particular thought. You have the power to think, am I going to accept that I'm not good enough or I'm not worthy? And I hope that you say, oh, hell no! No! I'll give you a real life example. I entered high school desperately wanting to be valedictorian, which is like a great goal. However, we discovered that I had a really bad back and I ended up having 5 faucet joint injections and 2 back surgeries. I was on oxycodone, Percocet, Vicodin, all those lovely medications that make you really constipated. And when you're in a lot of pain and on medication that makes your brain really fuzzy, it's hard to get straight A's. Now, I had great grades, but they weren't straight A's. I was really unfairly hard on myself. I compared myself to friends I knew who were like on all these different sports teams, were in theater productions, were doing so well. And I'd be like, oh, why am I not as good as them? Oh, hello, Amanda. Sometimes you have to slap yourself in the face and go, Amanda, 2 titanium screws freaking cracked inside your spine. I don't think you should be comparing yourself to those people who are not in the hospital like you are, who are not on the medication that makes you really constipated. Don't compare yourself to them. And when you put it into that perspective, you go, ooh, wow, that wasn't very nice of me to do to myself. No matter who you choose to compare yourself against, your story has been completely different from theirs ever since the time of your conception. So if it hasn't matched up since then, why do you expect it to line up now? I found that Facebook is one of the worst places to go to when you enter into that comparison mindset, especially late at night when you're tired and you can't filter out those negative thoughts as easily. But you have to remember that when people are posting on Facebook, they're normally posting the highlights of their life. They don't normally post their struggles. They actually might be struggling with something that you have no idea about. I love the quote, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. I've noticed that the more I get involved with my community and the more compassion I have for others, the less likely I am to compare myself and the happier I am. So I'll leave you with this. You are good enough. You are worthy. Stop comparing yourself and start living. Hey everyone, thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Can't believe it's been 6 months and we have over 600 subscribers on Facebook, but we would love to have 600 subscribers on YouTube, so head over to YouTube and subscribe because I promise you I'll be making more videos. Also, really excited. It's still daylight outside.